What's up, you guys? CJ Kid 1231 back again, and this time it's not really a hip hop album review. It's just talking about what I'm gonna do with this channel going forward. I know this is kind of a quick, very, very, very quick update since I've made an update maybe half a month ago, so it's pretty quick for me to have another update. But I did a lot of thinking, and I will say this: everything that I said I was gonna do, as far as the movie reviews, fighting game reviews, the kaiju sounds, and the hip hop albums, that's still gonna be in play. But I think I'm gonna start shifting my focus to the hip hop albums a little bit more. Doesn't mean I'm gonna stop doing everything else. Again, I still need to get the laptop for the kaiju sounds and stuff, and get all the equipment I need for that. And the other stuff, although they're kind of one-offs, those take time. And these album reviews that I plan on doing are gonna take a lot more time. And I think I should explain what I'm trying to do right now as far as those album reviews. So essentially, as a kid growing up, I was always a fan of The Source and the whole mic rating system. I thought it was cool that, you know, people like me, or people just fans of the culture, no matter if you like underground, commercial, eclectic, especially The Source in the 90s, where all, like, there was no such thing as underground. Everybody kind of coexists, and you were able to rank all the albums equally without any meddling of the mind of, well, this sounds too commercial, this sounds underground, and this and that, and because it sounds this way you should get this. And they just listened to it, heard the music, and if it was great, it got a good rating, and if it was not, it got a bad rating. It wasn't like The Source years later, where a lot of political play was involved, at least I think. For example, one example, and I could, if I could have the story wrong, but if I could remember, I believe a guy either left or got fired from The Source because he got in trouble for wanting to give Little Brother's minstrel show album. I think he wanted to give that album 5 mics, but I guess people at Source were telling him that he wasn't allowed to give underground, not even underground because they were signing Atlantic at the time, but like a somewhat underground rap group a 5 mic, and yet give someone like Young Jeezy, who was like a mainstream artist at that time, 4 mics. Like, that wasn't gonna fly, and the guy kind of stuck to his guns. But I guess they came to a compromise where they ended up giving the minstrel show 4.5 mics, and they still gave Young Jeezy's album 4 mics. But he ended up leaving or getting fired after that whole fiasco. So, I mean, if you're firing an old guy over his opinions, you've lost it. But as far as The Source in the 90s, I think they were more fair. There were some questionable stuff, like, believe it or not, a lot of Stone Cold classics that people consider like automatic classics today, some of those albums got 4.5 mics instead of 5. The infamous from Mobb Deep, the Chronic from Dr. Dre, Enter the 36 Chambers from Wu-Tang, and Only Built from Cuba Links from Raekwon, Balloon's Mind State from De La Soul. Even Midnight Marauders got 4 mics, and people think that that's better than Low in Theory that got 5 mics. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I was just a fan of the honesty and how people didn't let a certain style of hip hop, at least more so towards the mid to later late 90s, where it was more honest. If your music was good, it was good. People didn't let, this is underground, or this is commercial, or this is too south bouncy, you know what I mean? Like, or this is too gangsta West Coast, or this is too conscious. Like, it was all in the music. So that's what I'm trying to do. So I guess in a sense you could say I'm following in the vein of Source. I mean, you guys do recognize that when I'm done finishing an album, I rate it from 1 to 5, similar to how they had the rating system in the source. It was either you got one mic, maybe, I don't know. I don't know if anybody's ever gotten just one mic, but if it was from a rating from like 1.5, like 1/2 to 5 mics. If you got 5 mics, that means your shit was a classic and that it stood the test of time. So I mean, for me, so far only 2 albums have gotten that ranking for me: Rhapsody's Eve and Common's Let Love. I think those are, it's too early, but I think those will definitely become classics in the years to come and be in high regard, in my opinion. Now, with that being said, that's what I'm trying to do with these hip hop albums that I'm reviewing now. But I want to be fair, and I want to make sure that everybody in hip hop gets a chance to get some. I mean, I'm not no big YouTuber or anything. I probably only have like maybe 2, maybe 3, if I'm being lenient, dedicated watchers to the channel. So I mean, that's not really nothing, but I think that's better than having no watchers, because then I'm just doing it to entertain myself. And what I really want to do is basically, I want to do these reviews so we can have these discussions, and hopefully as I review these albums, maybe if you've never heard of them, some of these artists, it might perk your interest to go and check them out, and spread good music. I'm all about music at the end of the day. That's probably one of the only reasons why I'll review a somewhat mumble rap trap album like Trippie Redd's Exclamation Mark, but then I'll also review what a lot of people would consider an underground album from like Little Brother. But then I'll also review a underground artist that isn't on the major label, like King Malik, I believe. You know what I mean? And then I'll review something that's commercial, like Rick Ross, just Port of Miami 2. Like, that's all I'm trying to do, is just be about the music. So what I like to do is, whatever month it is now, I'm going to review albums from the month before, because it's a lot easier to access. Most of them are out at the time, so I can get to them and review them like as soon as I done listening to it. I can get to it, and if I need to go back and dissect something, I can. So for the month, I didn't finish reviewing all the albums from August, but to be honest, it was my first time trying something like that, reviewing every single album of the month and trying to rank them. And I'm talking from mainstream to midstream to underground to super duper underground to the guy that could be on a YouTube rapper only. Like, trying to review every single project that comes out within the month is a tiring task, but at least since I've been through it, I know what to expect, and I know what needs to be put forward in order to execute my plan to completion. So I didn't finish reviewing all the albums from August, but being that it's October, I need to start in September. So I mean, hopefully, now that I'm starting fresh, a new month, I could get through all the September albums that I officially believe is out at the moment. I actually have a list, and the first album that I'm going to review, and I'm going to just let you guys know it now, is IDK Is He Real, since that is the earliest release that came out in September. And then we're just going to go from there. I'm not going to lie, it's a pretty big list, but I'm excited. Can't wait to see can't wait to see what a lot of these albums are going to do for me. The Ghostface album, Earth Gang album, Terminology album, so many, off the top of my head, I can't think of a lot of names, but those are the ones that, JPEG Mafia, just, even Post Malone. Like, I just want to just get through all of them and really give you an honest opinion on the music, because that's what I'm trying to do, and that's what I feel like I'm here for. Again, that doesn't mean I'm not going to do anything else, I will make a promise to watch Friday the 13th Part 3 this weekend. Hopefully get a review out by next weekend. Hopefully get a Super Street Fighter 2 review going as well. And I also want to get back, maybe I might even do it before the IDK album, get back to The Tribe and continue their discography until it's finished. So I would still have to do Q-Tip's Amplified. And I also plan on starting the discography of Another Legend to go on my classic reviews. So, I mean, I definitely have a lot on my plate that I need to finish up so that I could go for the second course and continue till I buffet the whole thing out. So, at the end of the day, guys, that's basically all I wanted to tell you guys. There's nothing I can do about the kaiju stuff now until I get an actual new laptop again. But who knows, maybe until then I'll start throwing in some questions, some short videos that are in the form of questions, and then maybe we could talk about them in the comment section below or something like that. You know, that's something I wanted to do. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I really don't have much else to say. That's what I'm planning, that's what I'm trying to work on, and that's what I'm trying to head towards. Another thing I do want to mention is that I do plan on doing Instagram. I have an Instagram, but it's for mostly like my personal page, you know, for family and stuff. So yeah. So with that being said, guys, expect to see that sometime soon. You know, trying to expand my channel and just expand myself. Maybe do a Facebook, maybe do a Twitter. All of that will be brought up on the channel in a video or some form. Make sure to follow up with you guys on that. But anyways, guys, I do feel like this video is getting a little bit long for an update. So with that being said, be at peace as always. Love you guys. If you like the video, you can leave a comment, and if this is your first video, you know, this is an update, so I guess I won't really count it. But if you want to watch some of the older videos that I have on this channel from before this one, and if you like the content, then you can subscribe. You know, I'm not gonna beg for you guys subscription just because I feel like I always say subscriptions are earned, not asked for. You know, I want to make sure that you guys feel that what I'm doing is good enough for you to like basically waste your time, not waste your time, but spend your time on. You know what I mean? I don't want you to subscribe and it's just you don't think it's the quality that it should be in order for you to give your time out the day when you could be doing something else, like spend time with your family. And you know, because we all have lives, we have things to do beyond just watching YouTube. You know, I think YouTube exists as a way to escape, but what's the point of escaping if the entertainment or the world that you escape to isn't that much greater than the world that you're already in? You know, as far as comparing quality of entertainment versus what you're living and having to go through. You know what I mean? In that sense, and comparing those two different things together, you know, what's the point of trying to escape to one world if the other world isn't that great? So again, if you watch some of these old videos and you like what I'm doing, then subscribe. If not, I understand. If you want to just leave a comment or a like, or just even just watch and then just be counted as a view, that's better than nothing, and that at least shows that you were at least interested and that you gave me a chance. You know, there's a lot of people that are not getting chances out there nowadays. So anyways, I'm rambling on a lot, guys. So this is it. Once again, CJ Kid 123. I'm out. Hope you have a blessed day, and hopefully I see you for the next video, man. Be safe. Alright, guys. Peace.